Hey, what's up everybody? This is Osterberg501 and today I want to go over one of the best and easiest ways you can find any resource you would be looking for in New World. And I'm mainly talking about gatherable resources. Now this can also be used to find any different gatherable chests and other things of that nature in New World as well. But I'm mainly going to be focusing on things you would gather with any of the gathering professions. So first off, you have to understand how the resource nodes in New World work, and they're quite a bit different than most other MMOs. So in New World, all of the resource spawns are a set spawn. So if you find a iron node in the specific spot, at some point in the future, that iron node will respawn in the exact same spot. And something else that is also different compared to a lot of other MMOs is that say if you're in an area with a ton of silver nodes, and you're going around in a circle getting all those nodes, if you wait for a while and then come back, all of those nodes can be respawned and be up at the same exact time. A lot of other MMOs will have a certain amount of spawns that can be in an area up at the same time. So you wouldn't be able to have every single one of those node spawns populated at the same time. In New World, since this is more of a survival-esque gathering system, all of those nodes can be up at the same exact time. And this is some of the major things that allow the method I'm going to go over to be useful. And what we're going to be using is this map, which is at newworld-map.com. So pretty simple. I have this linked in the description and the pinned comment. And this is a very nice website and the best map I've seen for the game. So this has tons of filters, so you can hide every single thing on the map. You can show all, which I'd recommend not doing, as you can tell. But normally what I'd recommend doing is hiding all and then turning on cities, regions, and spirit shrines as well. So this is going to show you all the regions. So you see they're all outlined. This will show every city, which is where you can also teleport to. And this will show you every shrine on the map, which is also where you can teleport. Now this will give you a really good buff in being able to find specific farm spots, because you could possibly find a farm spot that is right next to a spirit shrine or closer to a settlement. So it'll be much easier to get to that spot, go back to town, and then get back to that spot and continue farming. So just to give an example, we're going to look for some iron veins. So we're just going to turn that on. And as you'll see, we have iron veins shown absolutely everywhere on the map. And you can zoom in to get a much better view of where they are and where you can go to farm. So there is a iron farm that I know that's pretty good down by First Light, which is one of the starting settlements. And this spot is actually right here. So if you would zoom in on the map, you'd be able to see in much more specific details where all of these nodes are. So this is actually a spot that I think is pretty good, especially for new players to find iron veins. So you could just path your routes, look exactly where all these spawns are, and then create your own farming route to run around and get all of the nodes in a specific area. And you can do this with anywhere. As you can see, you could just run up here, create your own route with all of these iron veins here, and you could go do it anywhere you want to do it. And if you're even lower level in a specific zone, you don't have many teleport spots, you could just go look to where you're at and find some good nodes. Say you're over at Monarch's Bluff, you could just zoom in and find yourself a good farming route. And I think this will be a really good way to find some of the best farming routes in the game. And like I said, this can be done for any resource you'd be able to go out and gather. And you can even be more specific with some of it. So say you're looking for a specific essence. You can even go down and look for specific plants that give a specific essence. So you could see here, you could go, say you're looking for death essence. Well, you could go and look at all of the different tiers of plants that can give different death essences. And you can also just look for any plants. You can look for plants on what resource they actually give and go down to absolutely any resource you could want. You can go down to every cooking ingredient. Say you want wheat, you go down, you can look for wheat. You can look for absolutely everything. So any resource you would ever need, no matter how rare of a resource it is, you'll be able to search for it, look for a decent farming spot, and go to that farming spot. And not only just for resource nodes, you have a ton of other stuff you can look for on this map. So you could look for specific monsters, NPCs, stuff like that. But I think another thing this is going to be heavily used for is for looking for different chests. So say if you're looking for some supply chests, you can go into supply chests, you could turn them all on, they're all here, or you can do any different chest and filter it by different tiers. So say if we're only looking for a specific tier 5 chest, the highest chest you can get, you can turn it on to just tier 5 chests, which are going to be pretty rare. They're at a few different areas, and they're clearly going to be in more high-level areas, but you can look for all the specific chests you want, because some chests, say some of the provision chests, are going to have some specific resources you want. So you can look for the different tiers, you can look for caches, crates, or stockpiles, so the different types of chests in a singular tier, and you can go all the way up to the different tiers. I know there's probably going to be some different farms that go on big farm routes across multiple zones and regions, and people are going to find some ridiculous farm routes for these chests that can give some really good resources as well. So not only just finding node farms for trees or rocks or plants, but there's going to be farms for chests, and maybe some people will even find some different farm routes to farm specific creatures or monsters or something like that. And I think a resource like this is going to be incredibly valuable for not only new players that are going to be looking to find where a specific resource can actually be found, but also for more hardcore experienced players looking to find the absolute best farming route for this specific resource, this specific rare chest, this specific monster, or pretty much anything else you could possibly think of. So subscribe if you want to see more New World or other MMO videos. Leave a like if you liked the video, leave a comment down below what you guys think about this resource map, and thanks for watching.